In recent decades, humanity has experienced remarkable advances in space exploration, generating confidence in our ability to ward off potential threats from outer space. However, this confidence was shaken sharply with the arrival of our first visitor from far-away Oumuamua within our own solar system. In a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, popular podcaster Joe Rogan and his guest shared alleged secret images of this enigmatic flying object. This leads us to the question, could extraterrestrials be behind this interstellar messenger? And if so, why is NASA withholding this information from the public? Let's explore the truth behind this enigma that has reached Earth. Since the launch of the first artificial satellite by the Soviet Union on October 4, 1957, mankind's perception of space has changed irreversibly. Sputnik 1, a small spherical satellite weighing approximately 84 kilograms, not only opened the door to future explorations and discoveries, but also inaugurated a new era of scientific breakthroughs. Over the years, satellites such as Explorer 1, the Hubble Space Telescope, and the International Space Station have significantly advanced scientific progress, transforming our understanding of the cosmos. After 6 decades of space exploration, scientists did not anticipate encountering something as surprising and unknown as a mysterious unidentified object passing through the vicinity of Earth. The unexpected arrival of Oumuamua generated enormous excitement in the scientific community, triggering extensive research to understand its nature. Although scientists initially preferred a natural explanation, more recent findings point to the possibility that the enigmatic object first sighted in 2017 could be an alien probe. To explore this idea further, Joe Rogan shared supposedly classified images of Oumuamua in collaboration with Avi Loeb, an American theoretical physicist. Together, they examined evidence that NASA has allegedly kept secret. Before diving into the enticing details, it is crucial to understand a few things about Oumuamua's initial discovery. On a crisp October night in 2017, just 9 years after the University of Hawaii launched the Pan-STARRS Survey Telescope, astronomer Robert Warwick, using the Pan-STARRS 1 telescope, observed a stunning celestial event initially mistaken for a conventional comet or asteroid. Closer analysis revealed the surprising truth: the detection of an object from beyond our solar system. This cosmic traveler, with its tilted orbit and astonishing speed, led scientists to conclude that it originated outside the solar system. To properly designate this mysterious object, scientists named it Oumuamua, meaning a messenger that arrives first from far away in Hawaiian. As astronomers studied this cosmic messenger, shocking data emerged. Oumuamua showed irregular fluctuations in brightness that defied simple explanation, suggesting an elongated shape 5 to 10 times longer than its width. Using the light curve to discern its shape, astronomers concluded that it appeared brightest when viewed from its widest side, indicating approximate dimensions of 377 feet long, 364 feet wide, and 62 feet thick. Its albedo or reflectivity was about 0.1, typical of cometary nuclei. Oumuamua's peculiar, elongated, cigar-like shape generated numerous questions and theories. One theory suggested that tidal forces from a close approach to a star might have been responsible for the unusual shape. However, this explanation failed to account for precise measurements. Attention then turned to asteroid 25143 Itokawa, discovered by the Japanese Hayabusa mission in 2005. Despite some similarities, Oumuamua remained unique, especially since it lacked the typical cometary tail observed in solar system objects. Beyond its shape, Oumuamua's journey through our solar system added another mysterious element. Contrary to expectations, it ventured exceptionally close to the Sun before continuing its journey below the planetary plane at an astonishing speed of approximately 186,000 miles per hour faster than any human-made object. This rapid travel led to a hypothesis, presented in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society, suggesting that Oumuamua may have originated in a binary star system. Astronomer Alan Jackson, the lead author, proposed that more than 95% of rocky interstellar objects like Oumuamua could be ejected from such systems, where gravitational interactions between two stars propel them into interstellar space. Among more controversial ideas, one hypothesis proposed that Oumuamua could be a hydrogen iceberg. This theory suggested the object might be encased in a thin molecular layer of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, which could conceal a denser core of rock or metal. As Oumuamua traveled through space, the gradual sublimation of this hydrogen layer could explain the observed non-gravitational accelerations and spin. In a more recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Avi Loeb presented further arguments about this bizarre object, highlighting that it was the first interstellar visitor detected in our solar system. Moving at such high speed that it could not be gravitationally bound to the Sun, it raised profound questions. Although initially classified as a comet, the obvious lack of a cometary tail raised doubts. Oumuamua also displayed an unusual momentum as it moved away from the Sun, behavior normally caused by evaporating ices in comets. Since Oumuamua lacked such ices, the source of this momentum remained unexplained. Loeb investigated further, noting that its brightness fluctuated by a factor of 10 or more, comparable to a thin sheet of paper tumbling in sunlight. This suggested Oumuamua might have an extreme geometry, perhaps even flat. By analyzing reflected light during its rotation, Loeb concluded that it could be a flat object about the size of a soccer field. Observations with the Hubble Space Telescope also revealed no trace of gas or dust. Loeb, along with his postdoctoral researcher Shmuel Bialy, explored the possibility that the extra momentum was due to sunlight reflecting off its surface. This suggested Oumuamua might be extremely thin, like a light sail. Loeb compared it to emerging space propulsion technologies and even speculated it could be artificial in origin. He shared how many colleagues resisted this idea, some expressing frustration and wishing the object had never existed. Loeb stressed the importance of embracing the unknown, drawing parallels to Galileo's struggles and Giordano Bruno's fate for suggesting that other stars could host planets and life. He argued that dismissing the possibility of extraterrestrial technology is unscientific and limits exploration of profound mysteries. The story of Oumuamua does not end with its departure from our solar system. Instead, it opened a new chapter in both astronomy and philosophy. For the first time, humanity was forced to confront the reality that objects from distant star systems can and do enter our cosmic neighborhood. This realization alone has vast implications. If Oumuamua was the first such object we have observed, Avi Loeb argues that our responsibility as scientists is not to dismiss the extraordinary simply because it is unfamiliar. He emphasizes that the scientific method requires us to follow the evidence, wherever it leads. If the evidence suggests an object behaves unlike a comet or asteroid, then new hypotheses, no matter how unconventional, must be considered. This brings us to the heart of the debate. Could Oumuamua truly be an artificial object, perhaps even a probe sent by an advanced civilization? Loeb points out that humanity itself is developing technologies that could, one day, send wafer-thin light sails across interstellar distances. The controversy surrounding Oumuamua reflects a broader struggle in science, the tension between skepticism and open-mindedness. Many scientists resist extraordinary claims out of fear of damaging credibility, while others believe that playing it safe risks missing revolutionary discoveries. The case of Oumuamua highlights the importance of balance, remaining skeptical but not dismissive, open but not gullible. Since 2017, astronomers have worked to refine their detection techniques, and in 2019 a second interstellar visitor, Comet Borisov, was observed. Unlike Oumuamua, Borisov looked and behaved like a conventional comet, reinforcing the idea that interstellar visitors are real and may be more common than once believed. The difference between Borisov and Oumuamua, however, only deepened the mystery. If Borisov was natural, could Oumuamua represent something else entirely? Looking ahead, future telescopes such as the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, expected to begin full operations later this decade, will vastly increase our ability to detect objects like Oumuamua. If more such visitors are found, we may soon gather enough data to determine whether Oumuamua was truly unique or simply the first of many strange messengers from the stars. But until that day comes, Oumuamua remains an enigma. Was it a shard of rock torn from a distant star system, a frozen fragment of a cosmic event, or a deliberate signal, a technological artifact sent across the void? Humanity may never know for sure, but the mystery serves as a reminder of how much we have yet to learn about the universe.